What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show, Be the Trader. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. Please give a comment. Let me know how you've been enjoying the show. If you're listening on the podcast, please give the show a rating and review because it does help me grow. I wanted to give you guys an update. Today is April 22nd. It's actually my anniversary with being married to my wife for 4 years, which is crazy. And it's really awesome at the same time. You know, so much has happened in these 4 years, training as well, and everything. It's just been a good year. Even though we're in COVID, there's a lot of changes being kept up in my house all day, which is freaking annoying. I mean, I drew on my sidewalk with chalk, right? If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, or you probably saw that. But long story short, that's not what you're here for. Let's talk about stocks. So a couple of things I want to talk about is just the month of April, really. The beginning, I kind of made some mistakes, and I want to talk about my mistakes that I made. And I do want to highlight that I made for the first time ever a salary, right, that I can live off of, which is really awesome, and I'm super proud of that. I've always been, I've been consistent, slowly adding size over time, and, now that my size is getting big enough where I can make good money off it, it's really nice to see that. I'm always scared to share that because I have this fear deep down inside that when I share that, I get cocky, and I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be cocky, but I also want to share that I'm growing, right? I am finding more and more success, and it's because of all you guys who are listening. If you've been on my show too, so a lot of people who've been on the show listen to, and I appreciate that. You guys have helped me grow tremendously. Everyone on Twitter who reaches out, DMs me, you guys have helped me a lot. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. So Zoom and Tesla. Those were annoying trades because I don't short big caps, and every time I have done in the past, I have mixed results. And there was a day last week or the first week of April where I kind of got frustrated with a trade. I can't remember the specifics, but I got frustrated with the trade. And then I saw Zoom and Tesla, and it was a day where the daily was been up green for a consecutive amount of days. And it was the first time going red on both of them. So whichever day that was in April, look on the chart, you'll see it. It's obvious. I was short both of those trades and both of those tickers. And they both didn't work for me. And I shorted them over and over and over, right? The good news is, what I'm super proud about, is I hit my max loss for that day. And I stepped away. Actually, I was a little ways, not a little ways, but a little bit away from it. And I recognized that. And I also could feel how I was trading. I was trading very emotionally, very like revenge-like, if you will. And frustration was over me. And I looked at my P&L and saw that I was close to my stop, my max loss for the day, and decided I'm done. And I turned it off. Reached out to a couple buddies of mine who trade as well, and told them I'm super proud that I stopped. And they mentioned to me, man, the fact that you can do that is really good, and I appreciate that reassurance, right? Because when you lose, it's not easy. I don't care how long you've been trading, it's not. And to have traders to tell you, it's okay, it's part of the process, because they might be having a good day, and they can tell you that from a different perspective, you're a good trader, you can continue this, and then vice versa. When they're doing bad and you're doing well, you can pick each other up. It's huge. It helps me out a ton. So thank you guys so much for being there for me. With that being said, I immediately recognized the next day that I'm trading a little off. So I actually traded a little bit smaller the next day and had a good day. And another thing I want to talk about that I've been working on is sticking to 3R. I had my worst week the second week of April. And when I mean by worst week, I mean win ratio. I had a 33% win ratio for that week, and I still had a really good profit factor and good profits for the week. And I was shocked. I'm not going to lie. I was shocked because I knew the idea of going for 3R, 3 reward, right? 1 risk, 3 reward. So to make it in layman terms, if you risk $100, you want to make $300. If you risk $1, you want to make $3. If you risk $1,000, you want to make $3,000. That week I had a profit factor a little over 2.5 and I had a 33% win rate and I had a really good profit week. So it was a big eye-opening moment for me because I knew I had a rough week. I knew I could feel it in my trading. Nothing was working for me. Even though I was trading very disciplined, I was sticking to my profit targets, sticking to my stops. So I wasn't trading wrong, but the market was just not paying me. It was just not working. But I knew I was sticking to the plan. So I was still happy with my trading. And then when I updated the results, I was really happy because it really showed me that I can do this even during the rough times or when I'm not feeling it, as long as I manage my risk. So managing risk is so important. And there were times where I downsized, or there were times that I would, take a tester and try it out and take little paper cuts if I had to. But overall, it all came down to sticking to my main stop and taking profits when they were given to me. I'm looking at my notes here just to make sure. Shorting with patience, I wrote, and that's something that has been helping me a lot, both on my entry and in my exit. I also ran into an issue this month in April where I was getting too anxious to make money. And it's because I came from a rough week, even though it was profitable, it's still rough, right? That I started shorting pre-market, which I don't do. It's part of my rules. And I took some losses because of that, where I would lose half an hour, which would be so frustrating. And so I recognized that after about 2 days of doing so, and then immediately adjusted and didn't short any more pre-market, which I'm very proud of because on that third day, there was a stock that I was watching that was looking like it was going to gap down, be red. It was like super obvious, right, to everybody. And then about 2-3 minutes into the open, it spiked huge and actually opened green. And that doesn't always happen, but it happened right when I told myself I'm not going to short anymore pre-market. And so it was like a pat on the back for myself. And I was really happy about that. And that's one thing I try to do. I recognize the little wins, and it helps me a lot. Because when you hit your stop, that's a celebration. You stuck to your plan. Trading, you make money waiting. You make money sticking to your rules. You make money taking losses. It's not what everyone thinks, like you're always making money. And the final thing I want to talk about is, guys, take your time. Be patient. Because, I'm talking to buddies of mine. Carl, he was on the show. He's working on his patience. He's working on getting 3R. And he's starting to see the light. And he's a good trader. I respect him a lot. And he has some challenges he's working on. But we talk on a regular basis. He pushes me. I push him. So if you can find someone that you can talk to that's equal level or a little bit better, have someone who's equal to you, have someone who's better than you and maybe slightly under, so you get different perspectives. So one, you can teach, one, you can compete, and not compete in the sense like competition, but compete as in push each other and celebrate your wins and hold each other up when you're struggling. And then the guy above you, same thing. He can hold you up when you're struggling. You can tell him how well you're doing, but then he can push you a little harder. I know it's easy to say find someone like that, but it's easy to do it too. You just reach out to people, but don't reach out with your hand begging. Because if you do that, it's such a turnoff, especially if it's something you can Google. Don't ask questions that are just stupid. And there are stupid questions. I don't care in terms of questions that you can just Google, right? It shows that you are someone who is lazy. And I guess you can't call it stupid, but it's lazy questions. Lazy people are not going to make it. If you're lazy, you're not going to be a good trader. It's just what it is. And if you're not self-reflective and be honest with yourself and say, this is my mistake, then you will not grow. So I hope you've been enjoying the show. Thank you guys so much for helping me grow. And thank you so much for the support. You guys take care. And I look forward to talking to you again. Bye.